Hi everyone, this is Matt from Ports and Pensions. We're taking you on a shore excursion to Ocean City, Maryland. Let's check out the Boardwalk, a classic car show, and of course some great food, all during a crazy storm. Come with us and check out this off-season beach adventure. We planned a relaxing off-season trip to check out the famous Endless Summer Cruisin car show and eat some amazing food. But the weather had a different idea. A massive nor'easter was bearing down on the coast, and our shore excursion turned into a front row seat for a crazy storm. Since it was off-season, we were able to get a good deal on an ocean view room at the Ashore Resort and Beach Club. It's quite a bit north of the Boardwalk, but it is still pretty close to some of the popular restaurants. The room we booked was a premium ocean view king. The room was a really nice size with a couch and table and a nice ocean view. The bathroom was modern and very clean. We had a small issue where our sink was leaking and the bathroom fan was loud. We spoke to the front desk and they fixed both issues the same day. So let's check out this view. Before you book this room, you do need to know there is not a place to sit on the balcony. We could not really tell from the photos online how small it was. Two of us were able to go out together and check out the view. As you can see, the weather was still pretty nice, but the wind was starting to pick up. The hotel has a little shop and breakfast spot, the restaurant called the Tig Room, and a small pub called the Tap Room. We stopped in for a drink and some coconut shrimp. The Tap Room had a pretty long bar and seating against the wall. There was easy access to the outside. I'm sure in the summer this place is super busy. We headed outside to check out the ocean views. The hotel has nice access to the beach. It was continuing to get windy, so there was not anyone outside. Down below is the Wahoo Beach Bar and Grill. This was currently closed for the season, but looked like a great spot to sit during the summer. Some people we met at the Tap Room told us about the beach bus. It's one price for the day, and exact change is needed. We hopped on and took a ride over to Fishtails to check it out. Here's one of the many mini golf courses along the main strip. The bus dropped us off here and it was only a short walk to Fishtails. Fishtails has a tiki bar vibe and looks like a fun place to hang out. They even have these floating tiki bars you can rent out. Being here off season, we missed all the crowds and did not have to wait to get seated anywhere. We really enjoy being able to check out these popular spots and meet new people. We stopped in for a drink and another snack. The next day we got out and walked before the rain started. There were all kinds of cars cruising the streets. We'll leave a link in the description to our car spotting video. It was a short walk from the hotel over to the Bull on the Beach on 94th Street. They are famous for their roast beef, but we were in the mood for some seafood. I had clams casino along with French onion soup. My wife went for the seared tuna salad. The tuna was fresh and nicely seared, and the beef broth in the soup was excellent. We were not sure how parking was due to the car show, so we hopped on the bus again and headed down to the convention center. We paid the admission fee so we could check out the cars. This was the first time we had attended a car show, and it was very interesting. Besides the cars, there were several vendors at the show. One had these cool neon signs. There were also all kinds of model cars for sale. Part of the Endless Summer Cruisin we had to check out was the American Graffiti Takeover. There were also meet and greets with Mackenzie Phillips and Candy Clark. The car show ended a day early because of the storm that was going to hit the next day. We headed down to the boardwalk to catch the cars as they were leaving. Ocean City has been working to extend the season with lots of events throughout October, so there were still a lot of things still open on the boardwalk. I had to stop and get my favorite custard at Core Brothers and add a dip of chocolate. On the boardwalk, we stopped to pay our respects at the Firefighter Memorial. It honors all firefighters, past and present. It also memorialized the victims of the September 11th attacks and specifically the 343 firefighters from the fire department of the city of New York. The centerpiece is a bronze statue. Next to it is a steel beam recovered from Ground Zero. We continued walking and I started to get hungry. I wanted to check out the Deli man over at the Seaside Deli. We took a drive and wow, this is the biggest turkey club ever! The next day the weather was not great. We drove up the north side of the beach. I wanted to get some footage of the fire stations. Ocean City has some nice looking stations all along the coastal highway. The ocean looked angry. Ocean City have recorded peak wind gusts of 59 miles per hour and 12 to 18 foot seas with swells up to 25 feet. We could hear the wind howling most of the night in our hotel room. Even though the weather was bad, the restaurants were still open. I wanted to stop at the Bonfire Seafood and Prime Rib Buffet as I had seen it several times on YouTube. I skipped lunch so I'd have room to try lots of things tonight. We headed over for an early dinner and we were not disappointed. We've got all different kinds of chicken here. Next, shrimp, fish, and of course, carved prime rib. Over here we have several types of fried seafood, including clams and oysters. First we tried the seafood, and I picked up a cup of lobster bisque. Finally, what I've been waiting for, the prime rib. Perfectly medium rare. I was not sure how the food would be since it was a buffet. Everything was hot, and overall, it was a good experience. In the morning, we headed over to the Route 66 diner. We needed to warm up with a big breakfast and some hot coffee before we headed out for the next leg of our trip. I had the classic Western omelet. It's loaded up with diced ham, bell peppers, and onion. It's the perfect way to start any drive. Then there's the cinnamon roll breakfast Sammy, a warm toasted cinnamon bun, split and filled with scrambled eggs. It's sweet and savory. We headed down the eastern shore on our way to Norfolk, Virginia. We're heading to the cruise port to check out the Carnival Sunshine. On the way, we perfectly went into the Chesapeake Channel Tunnel just as a large cargo ship was sailing over. We hope you enjoyed our trip to Ocean City. Please let us know in the comments your favorite place to go for a weekend getaway. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe and follow us for more food and adventures on Ports and Pensions.